You're listening to the Fitzy and Whipper podcast.
Tell me what you think about this one, guys. A lady by the name of Kyla. Great news for Kyla. She's having a baby. Hey, congratulations. Sat back, they had a little baby, which is fantastic. Margot, beautiful name, says.
Love it.
It's great news.
Well done, Sam.
Naming is a big issue. You go through it, you shortlist, you both decide. I think it does happen also that you might get naming rights. I know that happens in relationships where the wife says, well, I'll be naming this one, and you go, all right, well, you can name the next one, and instead of just the couple deciding, that can happen. I think it's best for both to decide.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, we really like that one. Why don't we go with that?
Well, you have a short list each, don't you? And then you
round it out.
Look, unfortunately, I don't like those two. Let's focus on this one. I think I can deal with that one.
I'm still a bit angry with Dad for not going with Jean-Paul. Mum got Michael. He wanted me to be Stephen or Jean-Paul. That would have been a great JP.
Oh, Jean-Paul. I would love to do a show with Jean-Paul.
Yep, Fitzy and Jean-Paul.
Do you know, you actually suit Jean-Paul.
Do I?
Yeah.
Interesting.
You are a very...
Why is that? Is it the beard and the slicked hair?
No,
what are you saying,
just
mate?
your life. You're Jean-Paul, mate.
I'm not a Jean-Paul. I will never be a Jean-Paul.
You're not a Stephen.
No, but I'm a Mick.
Yeah.
I'm not going to out
You're a
that.
Mikey.
Not at all.
Mikey.
I'm not a Mikey.
You are a Mikey.
I'm
That's
a
what
Mick,
your
if
mum
anything.
calls you. Mikey.
Anyway, let's get back to Kyla. Kyla has made her short list, and she's decided to round it down to one name that she said, I'm going to go with. I've decided on it. I really like this name. Kyla has decided to call her baby girl to be Kyla. She's gone through it and decided there's no better name than mine.
See,
I'm really happy with my name, and I think I look great. It suits me, and if that's the case, it's good enough for me. It's good enough for my daughter.
I'm not a big fan of this because I think a child needs its own identity. It's even when men do it, and you're known as Junior.
Yeah, Junior.
Let the kid have their own name. George Foreman, the boxer. What did he have? He had
nine or something.
He's got 8 kids. 7 of them are Georges. They're all Georges.
Stupid.
They're all
Sarah,
Georges.
Sarah, I'm not joking. One daughter, Georgette.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I'm not joking.
You're not joking? They're all George.
They're all George, and there's a Georgette in there.
Imagine if I'd done a Jean-Paul Jr.
Oh,
JPJ.
JPJ.
You sound like an accounting
Jean-Paul
firm.
Jr.
You sound like an aftershave. JPJ.
The beautiful fragrance.
Johnny Depp is wearing JPJ.
Jean-Paul Jr. It happened in my family, but, I mean, they're two sort of questionable names. My grandfather's name was Eric. And then he had a son.
Why would you want to continue that?
It's a bit of an odd name. He had a son, and he decided to call him Eric Dale. Smedley was his name, right? So he named him Eric, but then they just called him Dale. I probably would have gone with Eric anyway over
But he's
Dale.
always calling him Dad. So for Eric Dale, it's always just Dad. So you don't see your parents. So I don't know. It's not quite so risky.
It's
Like-
I just what is it just to continue? Is it a family tradition?
I don't know. Did you do that with your kids where you build in old names into their middle names and things to celebrate the past?
All
No.
of mine are loaded.
No,
Yeah, mine are loaded too.
All of them.
All stacked.
I can understand with middle names when you want to, obviously remember your father or your grandfather or your grandmother or mother, and that's where the middle name is introduced. So, I was James after Dad's middle name was James, and Huey Houston got James as well.
Yeah.
And then, Lennox is Dean after BJ's father.
You got a bit angry though, didn't you? Because your dog that you used to have, Cooper. You really like the name Cooper.
I just, when I went too
You
early.
went too early.
We started with a dog. Started with a dog before we have a child, and a lot of couples do that, right? Just to see if you've got responsibility, and we did. So I named him Cooper, and then I was like, damn, that name's gone.
Yeah. You could have done dog and baby.
I think so too.
Cooper, who are you calling?
I don't think anyone has done that. Named your dog and your child the same.
Kayla's actually got a dog. It's called Kyla as well.
No, she would have a guinea pig.
Yeah, it's called Kyla,
Yeah, there you
without a doubt. Good on you, Kyla.
Hey.
Good luck with Kyla.
You're listening to the Fitzy and Whipper podcast.